Okay, as shown in the diagram, these resources need to be created first from logging into the Azure portal. How to create three virtual networks. Selected is East US, East Asia, and West Europe. With these three different regions, need to create a subnet in each virtual network and then one virtual machine in each subnet. And then you have to create a virtual network gateway in East Asia, which is going to be using for communication between East US and West Europe. So the first, you have to create these resources, virtual networks, virtual machines, and virtual network gateway. Once these resources are completed, then need to do peering. Peering going to be between East US and East Asia and West Europe and East Asia. So when you're creating peering between East US and East Asia, you need to use similar to these settings. So need to be use remote virtual network gateway or route server in East US and Asia, and then the bottom part you need to use this virtual networks gateway or route server, that is this virtual network gateway which will be using for uh, communicating with the West Europe subnet. And the same concept going to be when you're creating a peering between West Europe and East Asia. And you need to use remote virtual network gateway or route server, and then Asia Europe link you have to select use virtual networks gateway or route server. So once you created this peering, then you just need to create two route tables. First one going to be creating in East US, which is RT-US. So I need to create a route to the address prefix of West Europe, that is 192.168.0.0/16. And next hop type need to be selected as virtual network gateway. Once you create this route, the route need to be this subnet need to be associated with the route table. So subnet A is associated with route table. Similarly, you have to create another route table in the West Europe region. So that route table need to be address prefix of East US, that is 10.0.0.0.16, and then next route type should be virtual network gateway, and then you have to associate subnet C to this routing table. Right? Once you create it with this routing table, we're just going to at the end of we're going to test the communication. So we're going to use ping command. So to enable ping command, we need to add the inbound security rule in each VM. So in a VM1 network security group is NSG1, and VM2 NSG2, and VM3 NSG3. So need to go and allow ICMP in the inbound rules. And also, if you create a virtual machine as Windows, you just need to go inside the internal firewall, need to enable ICMP as well. But in the Linux, you don't need to do that extra step. And then what you can do is you can go now and go into each virtual machines networking under the networking. So you can go to effective routes. In the effective routes, you can see these routes are propagated now, like in uh, virtual network gateway. If you want to VM1, that is East US. So if you want to go to uh, West Europe, so you have to select network virtual network gateway, and also you can see that route table RTUS is applied to this interface. And then if you can go to virtual machine to network interface, and you can have a look at, there are two vnet global peering. One is for East US and the other one for West Europe. And then if you can go to a virtual machine in West Europe, and you can see to go to East US, you have to use the virtual network gateway, and RT2 is associated with this network interface. Uh, what you can do is you can logging into each machine, and then you can use private IP address to ping in. Like if you ping 192.168.0.4 from VM1, and we should be able to ping from VM1 to VM3. Also VM3 to VM2 and VM1 to VM3 as well. So that is what it is.